Hello, and welcome to Teacher Talk, the podcast where students take the lead in conversations with their teachers. I'm your host, Talia, and we're excited to bring you this unique perspective on life as a middle school teacher. New episodes will be regularly released, so be sure to subscribe to our podcast to stay up to date. Thanks for listening, and let's begin the conversation. On today's show, we have our guest, Ms. Brandi Starck, and to help ask some questions, we have our guest hosts, Tayvin and Zack.
Hi.
So, Ms. Starck, before we get started, tell us a little bit about yourself. How long have you been an educator, and what got you to Hamlin Middle School?
Well, I'm Mrs. Starck. I'm the principal here at Hamlin. Let's see, a little bit about myself. I am actually born and raised in Springfield. I graduated from Thurston High School and attended schools in Springfield my whole life. And when I decided to become an educator, it was really important to me to stay in Springfield because I wanted to be able to give back to the community that kind of made me. So I started teaching in the year 2000. I taught 1 year at Springfield Middle School, which is now Two Rivers Dos Rios, and then I got a job teaching at Hamlin. So my first 8 years of teaching were at Hamlin Middle School in the old building, and then I was a special education teacher focused on students with behavior issues, and then I decided to become an administrator. So I went back to school and got my administrative license, and then I was an assistant principal at Springfield High School for 4 years. Then I was the principal at Thurston Middle School for 10 years, and then I had the opportunity to come over here to Hamlin last year, and this is my second year here. So 16 total years as an administrator, 12 as a middle school principal, and 2 here at Hamlin. And I'm super thrilled to be back where I started my teaching career. I was always had a special place in my heart for Hamlin since I spent so much time here working with students, and the fun thing is now I have students that I had when I was a teacher. So that's really fun.
Yeah, that's really cool. Now we're going to start the question and answer segment. I will start. Let's do what resources are available for students who need extra academic help or tutoring?
So as far as resources for students who need extra academic help or tutoring, we have several things. First, I would always recommend joining our Spark program after school. So Spark is a program offered to any of our students that is run by Hamlin teachers and educational assistants, where we offer additional support in academic areas, but also a ton of enrichment opportunities. And we partner with Connected Lane County and their Spark Lab, and they come in and teach really amazing extension opportunities and for students. So that's one way. A second way is built into our schedule every day, which is through our Flex classes. So Flex is intended to be support for students who need additional help in either math or language arts. In 8th grade, we have a Flex class with Ms. Newell, our transition specialist, specifically for students who need just a little bit of extra time and support to get their work done, to be able to be successful in class. So I'm sure there are things that I'm missing, but those are 3 specific things that I can think of that we do to support students academically.
Yeah, that's great.
What are some changes you've made to the school since you became principal, and why?
Oh, what are some things that we've changed since I became the principal? So last year I didn't change a whole lot because I was just learning. I was new too, so I spent most of last year just kind of observing, seeing how things were, taking the skills and the experience I had from other buildings and thinking about what I knew and what some kind of issues were that I saw. So one change is the way we enter in the mornings. So having students go straight to advisory has been one change, and the reason for that is that middle schoolers still have developing frontal lobes and love to get into like social drama and sometimes have issues with other students, and limiting the amount of time that students have to get wound up in the morning before school starts has really helped us start the day in a really calm and positive way, rather than us having like drama that was starting before school and pulling resources away for people to deal with that, instead of just support kids to get to class and welcome them in the morning and make them feel excited to be here. Another thing was adding nutrition break. So I had the opportunity to meet with our nutrition services staff over the summer and talk about the fact that a lot of students come to school late and we're missing breakfast, and we didn't have a great system to support those students in being able to eat. And we all know that food and nutrition is really important for our brains to work well. And so we decided to offer nutrition breaks. So if either you're one, not hungry in the morning, which a lot of students aren't when they first get up, or two, you come to school late, you still have the opportunity to have breakfast and start your day in a positive way. And I think the third thing that we adjusted was just our acknowledgement systems at the school. So trying to improve and increase the amount that we're acknowledging students for doing the right thing. So switching over to Logger Loot, we're having our honor roll cinnamon roll party soon, doing the assemblies that student council is doing, just really trying to increase time that students have access to the student store, and that teachers are doing like loggers of the week and compliments, and really celebrating our students who are doing the right things, because we have a lot of them doing the right things a lot of the time.
Yeah, that's really great.
What are some ways the school helps students develop emotional intelligence and social skills?
What are some ways the school helps students develop emotional intelligence and social skills? Well, one, that's what advisory is for, is when we're doing our second steps lessons, that's to specifically support social skills. A lot of Ms. Machete's role is helping students with emotional intelligence. So for the listeners, Ms. Machete is our Dean of Students, and she's kind of, I would say she's sort of like the mom of the school. When students are having issues, they can come to her and she helps them solve problems and talk through things and work stuff out. So that we are really fortunate. We're the only school that has a counselor in each grade level. So in addition to Ms. Machete, we have grade level counselors who are available to help students with those kinds of things. And I think a lot of our teachers do a really nice job of having conversations in the classroom when something comes up about how we are a community and how we can treat each other and how we can support each other.
If you could switch roles with any teacher or staff member for a day, who would it be and why?
Oh. Any single staff member for a whole day? Mm-hmm. Honestly, any of our teachers, really. I really enjoyed being a teacher and being in the classroom, and I like the opportunity to get to know students on a different level. And so being able to be in the classroom and with kids all day long, but not have to worry about all of the things that are waiting for me when I am not in the office or around the school doing the things that I do all day, would be great if I could just do that, right? But when I am in the classroom all day, then the stuff that I'm supposed to also do kind of piles up. But I really do miss teaching and miss developing and building relationships with kids that you can only do by seeing them every single day for an extended period of time.
Yeah.
How does Hamlin prepare students for high school and beyond?
So one of the really great things about being in education is that we have a set of standards that we're required to teach. So one way that we prepare students for high school and beyond is that we teach the standards that students are supposed to get at each grade level. So that helps prepare them for high school. But beyond that, we have staff that are in roles to make sure that you have what you need. So for example, Miss Newell in 8th grade, she's our 8th grade transition specialist. Her whole job is really to support 8th grade students who might not quite be high school ready to help them learn the skills and have conversations and be moving towards becoming high school ready. I'm really excited this year, our 8th grade counselor, Ms. Rangeloff, she came to us from Springfield High School. So she has a whole lot of information and skill in what students need to be prepared for high school. So she is a great resource for that. We connect with the high school regularly. So I'm in communication with the high school administrators a lot about, hey, what is it that our kids are missing that they need to know that you'd like us to work on down here at the middle school to have them prepared. And then anytime that I'm meeting with a student in my office and they're struggling with something, I try to relate how improving in middle school is going to help impact what they're doing in high school. So if you're not doing your homework or you're missing class or your attendance isn't great in middle school, that could impact high school. And I want nothing more than for our students to go to high school, be prepared, and graduate, because I know that every single one of them is capable of doing that. And so I try to figure out with them what might be getting in their way so that we can then build systems of support in here as well.
Yeah. If you could have any superpower that could help you with your job, what would it be?
Oh my gosh. I think, honestly, if I could read minds, because that would be a superpower. So I don't actually want that superpower in real life, because in real life I would not really want to know what people thought about me all the time. But in like my job, where I'm trying to quickly determine like who's telling the truth and who's not telling the truth, because I'm not sure if you guys know this, but sometimes middle school students don't always tell us the truth about things. And so it would be so much faster if I just knew that you did it or you didn't do it. And so then we could just take care of it and move on, instead of spending lots of time like arguing about whether we did something or didn't, even when we saw you with our own 2 eyes. That would be great.
Yeah, that's a good one.
If you could have any superpower in everyday life, what would it be?
Oh, if I could have any superpower in everyday life, it would be to be able to, oh my gosh, what's the one where you can just like teleport? I want to be able to, teleportation. I want to be able to teleport. If I could teleport, I would come to work every day, and then at the end of the day, I would teleport myself to some tropical island where I could like lay on the beach and get some vitamin D and relax, and then teleport myself right back here the next morning. I would be such a happy human being if I could do that every day. It would be amazing.
How do you handle very angry families or parents?
Well, it's the same way you handle anybody who's angry, even angry students. So I'm a parent, and I know at the end of the day, what parents want is for their kids to be well taken care of. And if they're angry, it means that they think that we didn't do a good job of doing something. So I always try to put myself in the role of parent. And if it were me and my kid, what would I want somebody to do? And number one, that's listen. So I try always to listen to what their concern is, and then work with them to come up with a solution that works for them and works for us, so that we can come to a common ground to figure that out. But at the end of the day, parents love their kids, and they want their kids to come to school and be taken care of and know that we care about them. And that's what I always try to convey when I'm having a conversation with families.
Now we're going to do a lightning round, quick questions, quick answers. First one, what's your favorite color?
Yellow.
What's your favorite car?
I don't really have one. Like if I could drive it, I like pickup trucks. I don't want to drive one, but I think they're cool.
Do you prefer Dutch Bros or Starbucks?
Dutch Bros.
What's your favorite food?
Pizza.
What's your favorite culture?
Culture? Oh my goodness. Probably Latinx culture. Like I love Mexican food, and I love mariachi and things like that. I think it's like super fun.
If you could go anywhere in the world, where would you go?
Santorini.
What's your favorite animal?
Cat. I have 2. I love them, Ethel and Enzo.
What's your, if you could visit, if you,
Just go.
if you could live anywhere, where would you live?
I would stay living right here. I absolutely love our community and love, like, my family is here, my friends are here. Yeah, I would continue to stay living here.
How many kids do you have?
2
What's
boys.
your favorite? Oh, my bad. What's your favorite book?
To Kill a Mockingbird, my favorite book of all time. Read it in 10th grade.
What's your favorite type of glasses?
Sunglasses, because that means I'm somewhere warm and sunny.
What's your favorite season?
Fall, because it's football season.
What's your favorite movie?
Goonies.
What's your favorite show?
My favorite show? Gosh. Probably Friends.
What's your favorite sport?
Football.
Do you like silver or gold?
Gold.
All right. I think that's good.
I had one more.
You had one more? What was it?
Oh, yeah, hold on.
Hold on.
All right, go ahead.
If you could be in any movie, what would that movie be?
If I could be in any movie? I don't know. The only thing I can think of is Clueless.
No.
It's Clueless.
I don't know. It was a movie in the 90s and I thought it was hilarious. And
Love
so,
Clueless.
Yeah.
That's it for this time. Thank you so much for watching Teacher Talk with Miss Starck. You can catch us on Spotify and YouTube. We'll see you next time.